Formula One is bracing for yet another wild chapter of transfer madness, as several major figures in the paddock appear ready to switch teams, with Russell and Verstappen controlling the most crucial elements of this complex situation. What wild possibilities might unfold for 2026? And crucially, what has Cadillac chosen for their 2026 driver pairing? Let's kick off with the latest development, which involves Valtteri Bottas and his connection to Cadillac. The Finnish driver published a clip where he cleverly references the available positions in a Cadillac vehicle, indicating his readiness for the American outfit's 2026 campaign. This development has sent shockwaves through the Formula One community, as many believed the veteran driver might permanently step away from the sport. The seasoned racer with 10 Grand Prix victories has been linked with a comeback for quite some time. But the situation now appears to be crystallizing into something concrete and tangible. While we await official confirmation from the organization, most insiders believe Bottas has secured one position, with the second going to either a rising talent such as Joe, Schumacher, or Drugovich, or an experienced competitor like Pérez. The decision will ultimately shape the entire direction of Cadillac's inaugural Formula One campaign and could influence other teams' strategic decisions. Whether Cadillac opts for two seasoned drivers remains to be seen, but they seem prepared to place their faith in Bottas, whose familiarity with Ferrari power units from 2022 through 2025 will prove absolutely valuable and instrumental in their development process. It was abundantly clear that Bottas belongs in Formula One and has never truly felt at home anywhere else. He declined numerous opportunities in other racing series, including the WEC and NASCAR championships, demonstrating to Cadillac his unwavering Finnish commitment and dedication to returning to the pinnacle of motorsport. He's certainly the caliber of driver any team would desire to have in their ranks. But who might join him as teammate in this ambitious new venture? Currently, the options have been limited to the drivers mentioned earlier, with Cadillac reportedly favoring a blend similar to Audi's strategic approach, pairing experience with youth in a calculated manner. This comprehensive strategy means signing Bottas could significantly reduce Perez's chances, regardless of his substantial American fan base and the considerable financial backing he would bring to the table. Nevertheless, the American organization must make this crucial choice and issue an official statement while we gradually begin to understand their preferred driver strategy and long-term vision for the program. Another competitor generating significant speculation and considerable discussion about his career direction is Max Verstappen, though he bears absolutely no responsibility for the swirling rumors and constant media attention. This exemplifies how remaining silent can be more revealing than speaking out publicly. And although Max consistently refutes claims about leaving Red Bull prematurely, his behavior and body language on track suggests otherwise to keen observers. We shouldn't overlook Toto Wolff's recent comments regarding his driver selection philosophy and his firm refusal to choose competitors who consider themselves superior to the organization as a whole. Russell's contract situation with Mercedes remains completely unresolved, providing ample opportunity to speculate about future developments and potential dramatic changes. Clearly, Wolff will persist relentlessly until he confirms Verstappen's complete unavailability with absolute certainty. While even the smallest possibility exists to recruit him, perhaps just 1% chance, the Austrian team principal will undoubtedly chase the Dutchman's signature to create the perfect Verstappen and Antonelli partnership in 2026. Discussing his driver preferences further, Wolff explained, "Other individuals contribute to your achievements, and my approach since joining Formula One has been treating both drivers equally with everyone else in the organization. I've emphasized that this team includes 2,500 exceptional individuals, whether they're in manufacturing, maintenance, aerodynamics, or behind the wheel. I won't provide preferential treatment compared to other team members. Should you act selfishly, jeopardize our collective achievements, or harm our reputation, I'll respond decisively. Such behavior has no place here." This brings us to Russell's increasingly complex situation as well. The British driver has delivered strong and consistent performances for Mercedes this season, including a memorable victory in Canada, yet his continuation with the Brackley outfit remains uncertain and up in the air. George appears completely forthright about his circumstances and isn't trying to hide from reality. He recognizes Max's incredible desirability in the current market, knowing every team would aggressively pursue Verstappen given the opportunity. However, Formula One doesn't function so simply or straightforwardly in practice. Each choice involves carefully weighing risks against potential benefits, making Russell's position increasingly intriguing and worthy of attention. Aston Martin has specifically identified him as their potential project leader from 2026 forward, as the Silverstone organization might seriously consider ending Alonso's illustrious career early. Though the Briton stated clearly and definitively that his Mercedes future isn't fully secured, he claims no discussions with other teams occur, though we cannot treat this as completely definitive or final. Circumstances beyond Russell's influence might emerge, particularly a Verstappen-Mercedes partnership. This explains why Horner and George discussed potential future cooperation should certain uncontrollable events unfold, a possibility Aston Martin also recognizes. Lawrence Stroll's team understands that securing Verstappen, if possible, would be extremely challenging due to Mercedes' involvement, requiring them to pursue the next best available option, namely Russell. What does the British driver think about this situation? Regarding his Formula One and Mercedes prospects, George commented, "The future lacks certainty. I'm not engaging with other parties, and teams expressing interest have heard me state clearly my desire to remain with Mercedes. This position has been consistent, reflecting my loyalty to Mercedes. They provided my Formula One opportunity. No animosity exists regarding circulating discussions, particularly about Max, because as I've repeatedly stated, why wouldn't teams want Max if everyone could sign him? However, joining Red Bull might make most sense for Russell if he leaves Mercedes for one clear reason: guaranteed placement in a prestigious program under Horner's guidance. He might find the prospect of competing for victories alongside Verstappen's team appealing. Given the upcoming regulatory changes create uncertainty for everyone, no single team is guaranteed dominance over others. The landscape becomes unpredictable from 2026 onward, requiring Russell to demonstrate his status among today's elite drivers. Another name gaining attention among Formula One analysts is Arvid Lindblad. This current Formula 2 competitor achieved historic milestones by becoming the youngest driver to secure pole position, sprint victory, and feature race triumph in the series, suggesting significant Formula One potential. Red Bull subjected him to comprehensive testing at Imola, yielding impressive results for someone inexperienced with Formula One machinery. This development increases pressure on existing Austrian team drivers, particularly Liam Lawson and Yuki Tsunoda. Hajar has shown exceptional form, with circumstances pointing toward his promotion alongside Verstappen. Both Horner and Marko have issued multiple warnings to Yuki Tsunoda, and failing to deliver results during the season's remainder will certainly trigger his replacement. Should this occur, Hajar would advance to Red Bull. The French driver has already confirmed his willingness to seize this chance, despite feeling unprepared. Such opportunities arise rarely, and with Verstappen's future also uncertain, Hajar might soon find himself leading the team. This situation stems from Tsunoda's disappointing performances, who despite scoring points in half of this year's 10 races, faces intense scrutiny regarding his Red Bull displays. After waiting 5 years for promotion, the car's current unpredictable behavior creates additional complications. This storyline will dominate season discussions, with each instance of Hajar outperforming Tsunoda in qualifying and racing intensifying speculation about a potential surprise promotion. Alex Palou from IndyCar Racing has demonstrated fearlessness toward Formula One challenges, having operated McLaren equipment during previous season practice sessions. More notably, he's been recognized as exceptional Formula One material, even considered for Williams' 2025 position. Carlos Sainz praised Palou extensively, stating that Indianapolis 500 winners possess the skills for Formula One competition. Nevertheless, Alex maintains Formula One isn't currently his focus, making his championship appearance unlikely without significant developments. Similar circumstances apply to Colton Herta, identified as Cadillac's future star but hesitant about transitioning from IndyCar to Formula One. These potential movements keep us engaged, with major players like Verstappen and Russell needing to initiate the domino effect. Considering everything discussed, who possesses the greatest potential for creating Formula One headlines, and importantly, how might the grid appear during the new regulations' inaugural year? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and afterward, be sure to watch the video now displaying on your screen for more exciting Formula One content and analysis.